And I'm going to, of course, promote my top 25 where Miami's number
one with a bullet.
The best resume in college football. That's why.
Best resume, and you got a bunch of players playing to an elite level, including Ruben Bain, who, we talked about as a Heisman Trophy candidate to this point of the season. This is what I've been trying to impress upon people, especially even, my co-host Brian London from the other show that I do. And he's much more a nervous, neurotic kind of a person. He's like, well, and I'm like, bro, this is the lovely baggage that we get with success. Like, what are we talking about? Do you want to be here where Mel Tucker's Michigan State says we knew that they weren't built? We drag them into the middle of the ocean and watch them drown. His words, not mine. Go look it up. That was the day I was done with Manny Diaz. And you can go watch that show. When I said it afterward, the Wednesday afterwards, said I'm done with man. When I heard that, and again, I'm a native Michigander. I've seen Michigan State pop up and beat Michigan, beat O-State, beat some teams and from the Nick Saban era. Well, I'm even before that, George Perlis, Nick Saban, all these coaches who he started at Michigan State, in case you guys didn't know. But I've seen them go, but the balls on Mel Tucker to talk about the Spartans dragging somebody into the ocean and making them drown because they're not built in the South Florida heat about my beloved Hurricanes. I said, Manny Diaz got to go. You can't have it. And then Middle Tennessee State had the single best game in the history of their program at our expense. Go look it up. And especially when you're talking about vertical passing. Nothing the likes of which, half of what they've done, they've never done them again. Or, before or since. In terms of vertical passing shots, they hit everything. And then, all of the Georgia Tech losses and things like that. Bro, we suffered through those to get here. And to get here means people are going to be talking about Miami as being a great team. Why are we shying away from this? What are we talking about? Do you want to go back and then talk about dissecting these losses to the likes of these teams? Especially if you're talking about Georgia Tech, you're talking about the circumstances multiple times through which we found ways to lose to them. Oh, no. So I get it why it's uncomfortable for a lot of people, especially Miami Hurricanes fans, because we have not been this kind of successful consistently. Even for more than a week at a time. You know what I mean? For a good long time. So I get that it's uncomfortable. I get that it's changed, but this is the change we've been looking for. This is focusing on your nutrition and going to the gym consistently for a year, and all of a sudden, maybe I got to get some new shirts. Maybe I got to get some new pants because they don't fit because my body is slimmer. It's different, but not in a bad way, bro. You know what I mean? It's just I'm just imploring people lean into this. If we wanted this, and we have, only through 4 weeks. Sure, there's still ways to go, but this is the kind of success and performance we've been looking for. If we can't enjoy this, if we can't lean into that, what are we talking about? Why are we here? Why are we here? If something like this, beating Notre Dame at home, when everybody said, oh, well, they're just going to dog walk Miami and go straight back to the national championship game, and then blowing out Florida again, if we can't enjoy that, 2 weeks ago, everybody in America was talking about USF coming down here and beating Miami soundly because Miami hadn't seen anything like them. And they were the darlings of the college football world. And we all know what Miami does. And even though they beat Notre Dame, USF Bulls are going to come down here and run roughshod and all that stuff. Would you have preferred that to be true? Or the 6-touchdown win that we saw and moving forward to be, you know what I mean? It's just this is what we've worked for. This is what we've waited for. This is what we built this roster for. You got to enjoy it, bro.
Was anyone really with half a college football brain picking South Florida to win that game?
I saw more than a couple. And not just Gator, not just Miami haters, just praying for Miami's downfall at every turn. I saw a couple, and honestly, the couple that I saw, that told me that I never need to pay attention to their opinion on college football ever again.
I picked Miami to cover 18
Ditto.
and didn't think that long about it.
I agreed. And honestly, you know, we would have covered double the number because we did. But yeah, it was just yeah. It was yeah. Pete.
And to me, and you pretty much already covered this ground, but I'll take it from a slightly different angle because there are sometimes teams get propped up by preseason hype and preseason projections.
Mhm.
Like take a Penn State right now. Now Penn State earned that to a certain degree because of what they've accomplished the last few years and how they've played, but they have accomplished nothing. They haven't done anything. They've played three horrible football teams. Nothing has been proven by this Penn State team to earn their ranking. But to my defense of my ranking of Miami is the number one team in the country. For me, I rank resumes, and they've accomplished the most against the best competition through 4 weeks. You know, they've had four opponents, and even though Florida's down, South Florida's a G5 team, those three wins to me are the three best wins collectively by one team in college football. So yes, there's been something proven. It's not a paper tiger like, oh, there's all this hype and nothing's been accomplished yet. Is it have the accomplishments been completed? Of course not. Nowhere close to it. But through 4 weeks, what else could you ask for?
Sorry, I muted my. Yeah, no. What else could you ask for in that time?